Welcome back to ASMG here on YouTube. I'm Madison Cruz. Join with me is one of the goal scorers, Daniel MacFarlane. Daniel, walk me through that goal. What did you see in the build-up?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the corner was open, so the counter was on, and there was space, and I thought it's time to be selfish and try to make something happen and beat one player, got the confidence, beat the next one, and then slid on the ground and get that corner shot.
Going into a game like this, you're the underdog, number 7 seed going up against number 2. What is the energy and the mentality going into a game like this?
Well, we love being underdogs. That's the most fun. We get to come in and try to spoil some fun, and this was a perfect opportunity to show what we're about, and we made it happen.
What was the emotion after that final whistle blew and you guys are all celebrating and you guys know that you're moving on?
Oh, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. We know if we can beat number 2, we can beat anybody.
Josh Martinez, head coach, also a center back on the team. What is it like to have him on the field with you guys and lead you guys off the field and on it?
Well, it's great. I know he understands the game more because he's playing with us, so we can have conversations mid-game, which is nice. I never got to have that, and he understands the game more than anybody else, so it's actually a big plus.
Crazy season. We management decided to have some changes halfway through it. I was asked to step in, gladly did it for my guys, and you know, to have them trust me and follow me the same way they've been trusting me on the field, now kind of on and off the field. You know, I can't say enough about this group of guys. They're amazing. You know, I have to give it up to the coach that's not here anymore. Thanks to Coach Gabriel, you know, he did cement the foundation of what this ended up being, and it was a little easier for me to take over. But, man, if I didn't have the belief and the trust of all these guys, you know, we would not be here right now.
Being a head coach, it's interesting. You relay a lot of the information when you're off the field, when you're on the sideline. It's rare that you see a situation like this where you go in and you get to play with your squad. How has that transition been for you?
It's taxing, you know. It's very demanding on the mind. You have to be paying attention to your responsibilities individually, but at the same time, you have to be looking at all the players, seeing maybe where you can exploit an advantage, seeing how a sub is going to better us and not affect us. So it's a lot of mental processes going on. I always say I play more with my head than with my legs. So especially at my age, I have to rely on that a lot.
How do you find the balance being on the field, coaching the players, helping them that way, but then also being a teammate and being able to get in front and have some of those blocks that we saw you have in the game?
I think a lot of the times I just hope that my example and my effort just is contagious and they can see me and say, hey, you know, this guy is giving his all. Let's all do it. So leading by example, I guess it's the easiest way to go.
Coach, thank you so much again. You're moving on. Moving on to the semifinals.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We did something that's never been done. 2 things that have never been done. First playoff win for FC Birmingham, and first time we beat Dalton, which is an amazing team and academy and structure. I can't say enough about them. They are a spectacular team. So this is very big, but it's not over yet.
Not over yet. Thank you so much again, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll be right back here on ASMG. Me and Jason Longshore are going to wrap everything up here shortly. Welcome back to ASMG here on YouTube. I'm Madison Cruz. Join with me again is Jason Longshore. We're going to recap everything that happened as FC Birmingham defeats the number 2 seed in Dalton United 2-0 here on the road. FC Birmingham able to come in, a tremendous performance from their side.
Yeah, so well organized, and you just heard from Josh Martinez. It's not easy to be a player on the field, but also be in charge of everything, making those difficult decisions in the lineup, making decisions on subs while you're playing. All of those sorts of things are so hard. What he did today with this group, and he took over mid-season. You know, this isn't like he's been doing this all season long. To be able to do that and come in here and knock out Dalton, who's never lost at this stage, just an incredibly organized performance from FC Birmingham.
We'll take a look at the highlights of the match. It all starts earlier on in the first half. Rugama is able to come in with a one-touch and is able to launch it in the back of the net.
The ball from Gerson Rodriguez is excellent, but Rugama just sticks the right foot out, knocks it home. This was goal number 2, and MacFarlane, who you just heard from, just kept on going. About a 60-yard run, picking it up at midfield, kept his balance, kept his composure at the end of that. It's so hard in those moments where you've made that long run, your brain's going a million miles an hour, you're getting bumped, you're falling down, but to be able to go to ground and pick that spot out, just a brilliant finish from MacFarlane.
I think one thing that was so interesting for me watching the end of that game, FC Birmingham was up 2-0. They could have sat back, could have defended, but every opportunity they got back on the ball, they were immediately trying to find that third goal.
Yeah, and it made it harder for Dalton to commit numbers forward. You know, you're Dalton United, you expect to find a way through with that high-powered attack, but when Birmingham kept threatening them the other way, it makes Lopez think about going forward. It makes Hernan Saldana think twice about making that extra run. It made it harder for Valenciano to get forward. I thought Valenciano was brilliant on the ball today for Dalton, but you wanted to get him forward more. You just couldn't overcommit because Birmingham, if they get the third, it's over. So if you're Dalton, you're kind of just hoping that you can defend and get forward, but you can't completely sell out to get there.
FC Birmingham finds out who they are facing in the semifinals tomorrow. Jason Longshore and I will be on the call as Kalanji Pro Profile host Fountain City tomorrow at 6 p.m. You can watch the match here on ASMG. Live match will start at 6 p.m. Jason Longshore will be play-by-play. I will be color for that match. It's going to be interesting to see how those seeds fall, especially since we had a couple other upsets here in UPSL Georgia Premier Division.
Yeah, 2 upsets on today. We'll see if Fountain City can pull off the biggest upset, the number 8 seed, knocking off the regular season champions. Fountain City's finished the season strong, as has KSA, adding somebody like Karim Tamimi late in the year. Brings you a little extra firepower when you need it for these big games. Going to be a fun one tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, 6 p.m. at Shiloh High School. We'll both be on the call here on ASMG. Thank you guys so much for listening to the match here today as FC Birmingham beats Dalton United FC 2-0 here in the UPSL Georgia Premier Division playoffs.